Hello everyone, we're here again with another episode with Black Asia Magazine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really, really good. I'm really happy to be here today and to be interviewed by you.
We're glad to have you, so let's get the ball rolling. Where are you from?
I'm from Port Elizabeth, South Africa.
Oh, that's so nice. And what brought you to Seoul?
Well, I initially came to Seoul to teach, and then the second time round I came to study, and the third time round I work in Seoul.
So you know your way around here.
More or less, I would consider Korea as my second home.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
So have you always lived in Seoul?
No, actually, before I moved to Seoul, I used to live in Jeonju. So the book is inspired by my experiences while living in Jeonju, actually.
Really? Okay. What were your experiences like in Jeonju and just in Korea in general overall?
In general, well, Korea, I love Korea. I love the nature of Korea. I enjoy hiking in Korea. I also enjoy the food in Korea. So while in Jeonju, I lived near a mountain, Gonji Mountain. So in my time that I spent walking through the mountain, I actually was then inspired to write this book. So it's basically about two teenagers experiencing Jeonju and Gonji Mountain for the first time.
What's your favorite part of living here?
Of living here, I like that there's something in Korea for everyone. So if you enjoy good food, there's good food here. If you enjoy nature, there's a lot of nature to indulge in. There's a lot of mountains to hike. There's also a lot of museums, and in Seoul, there's a lot of exhibitions and plays to go to. I recall I went to watch Cats about a few years ago. I can't remember, probably it was 2 years ago. Do you remember Cats?
Yeah, I remember.
The musical.
Yes, yes, yes. I think I saw it advertised here. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yes.
There's always new plays going on.
Exactly. They've come to Seoul a few times.
I remember when The Lion King came and I was like, oh, I want to go see that, but I never did. So.
Yeah, the same. I had a busy, like, I remember in the time that they were here for 2 months, and my work schedule was just so busy that I too didn't get a chance to see Lion King.
Tickets sold out so quick. Too.
Very quickly.
Like,
I hope they come back again.
Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, you're right. There's always something for everyone to enjoy here. And yeah, I love the nature in Korea. I was really surprised, like, how mountainous Korea is. There's a mountain everywhere, like mountain here, mountain here, there, like literally. So let's get into the book details. So your book is inspired by your experiences in Jeonju, and it's about two teenagers climbing what mountain?
Gonji Mountain.
Gwangju. Gonji Mountain.
Yes.
For the first time.
For the first time.
What actually inspired you to write the book?
To write the book? Well, in my years of teaching, I've taught a lot of multicultural kids, so kids with a multicultural background. And in my time as a teacher, I felt that their voices weren't amplified enough. So Korea has a lot of multicultural centers, and they have a lot of programs to integrate multicultural families in Korea, but I feel oftentimes the ideas and the stories of the children from these families aren't amplified enough. So I felt, okay, I should probably, in my talk of Gwanji Mountain, I would incorporate an aspect of multiculturalism into the book.
Is this your first published work?
Yes, it is my first published work. I've published academically, but this is my first, I suppose, popular writing published work.
Yeah. How long have you been writing?
I've been writing ever since I suppose I was in high school. But I write for myself. I find it very cathartic, so I tend to do it quite often. I try my best to dedicate at least an hour a day to do it. Although discipline is hard. Discipline is really hard. But yes, there's a process to things, and I've been doing it for a while.
And let's talk about your characters. There's two main characters in this story. Where did you get the ideas for them?
The ideas for them, they're twins, fraternal twins. So there's Jody, and there is a brother. Her brother's name is Brody. And I got the idea from, like I said, being exposed to multicultural children. So they were inspired by children I actually met in real life. And I thought, okay, as I was writing the story, I kept on like thinking about these two particular children as references.
Are they twins in real life?
Yes, they are.
Ah, so they're inspired by kids that you used to teach, or
that I used to teach.
Oh, that's beautiful. I actually teach as well.
Yes.
Currently, and I teach a group of twins, and they would make good characters for a book too.
I think so too.
I think twins are special.
Yeah, very special.
Can you explain the title of your book? What is the title?
It's A Morning Calm Summer. So Korea is known as the land of the morning calm. And the background of the story, the scene, it all takes place in the summer. So it was summer 2020 actually. So I thought, okay, fine. I don't want to say Korean summer. Let's say a morning calm summer instead.
Oh,
very simple concept.
It's simple, but it's quite poetic, and it sounds good.
Thank you.
I like that. Let's get into the technical aspects of your book. How long did it take you to write this?
It took me, to be honest, it took me one afternoon to write.
One afternoon?
One afternoon to write the story. Like I said, I write a lot.
Yeah, coming from a true writer. Yes. So inspiration hits, it hits.
Inspiration hits, it hits. It's pretty much like what Elizabeth Gilbert calls it. So she explains in one TED Talk, she talks about a muse. And when you have an occurrence of a muse, the story is right there. It's almost ethereal. It doesn't even come from you, and it will barrel through you, and it's up to you to decide as a writer if you're going to act on it and write the story very, very quickly. If you let too long of a time pass, somehow the story dissipates. So I got that sense when the story came to me. It came to me, and I went to a coffee shop, and I just quickly started writing it down in one afternoon.
Wow, that's amazing. What age group is your book for? It's
for 6-year-olds all the way to, I think, 13-year-olds. So 6 to 13.
And who illustrated the book? You have a great photo here. Can you show?
Oh, yeah, sure. So this is one of my favorite pictures from the book. This is Brody, and it's done really, really nicely. And my illustrator is actually Korean, and he did this. It took a while. The story itself was very easy to write, but the illustrations took some time because we needed to make sure that we were in sync with what we were producing, and he needed to be exactly clear on what I wanted to be produced. So it was a process of him just trying to get the right visualization, and I think he did a really good job.
Yeah, it's great. And how did you find your illustrator?
I found
about that.
Oh, him. It was, I would say, coincidental. So I went on Upwork, and it's Upwork and Fiverr, websites like that, and it's basically you can get a lot of what's that word? Freelancers. So if you're a freelancer specializing in anything, you can put your skills up on websites like Fiverr and Upwork. So I went to Upwork and I did a search for Korean illustrators, and I went through some profiles on I'll put this down. I went through some profiles and I was really impressed by his work. His name is Park Ji-young, and I had an interview with him, and I was really impressed by his portfolio, but two, by his experiences in Africa, because he'd actually lived in Africa. So he was really able to, I think, be in sync with the things I was telling him, and the concepts and the places and the kind of flora and fauna I was talking about. I didn't have to explain it. He already knew.
He already knew from experience.
Yeah, he already knew what I was talking about.
Yes.
So it was great working with him.
Oh, that's wonderful. So do you have any plans to write another book in the future with the same storyline, or what are your plans?
What are my plans? I'm currently working on a novella, but it's been put on hold. So I don't think I'll be putting out another children's book anytime soon. Like I say, I'll put out the novella next. However, we'll see how my writing progresses. I'm not big on social media, but I will create a Facebook page for people to follow my work. Yes, so when inspiration hits, I will produce. That's how it works.
That's a good way to go. You want to create from a place where you have something and you don't want to force it. Like I've seen so many times people force things because they have contracts and deadlines. And, as a creative, that can be really stressful. So that's a beautiful place to be in, when you can work and create out of inspiration.
Exactly.
Was there anything interesting that you learned from like this whole process of writing and publishing? How did you go about finding a publisher?
It's self-published, actually. So what I did was I started talking to other people that had self-published, and I teamed up with a veteran self-publisher, and he was able to walk me through the ropes of what I needed to do, what I needed to refine. If you're new with self-publishing, I think it's really important to have a mentor, someone to just show you the ropes, and to just make sure that you're not making mistakes along the way and you're not spending too much. So that's important.
Okay. And do you have any advice for anyone who is looking to create work similar to yours, or to any writers or authors out there? What is some advice for someone you would give?
So advice to people looking to self-publish. Like I say, join communities, read the work of other self-published authors, speak to them, email them. A lot of the time, we have a lot of hesitation with emailing people we don't know, but a lot of the time they're very welcoming and they reply and they're very happy to help and assist. So yes, join networks, talk to people, find out what publishers are in your area, talk to the publishers, meet them in person. Although with Corona we can't meet a lot of people in person, so meet them virtually, have conversations. They come with a wealth of knowledge, and oftentimes they're very, very happy to share with you. That's the biggest advice I would give. Just talk to people, expand your network, and just see what's out there, and also just, I think, be very clear on what your writing style is and what you want your illustrations to be like. Everybody seems to have a particular style, so you should have an identifier. I think take some time to just know yourself and what you really, really want. And then if that's the starting point, it's very easy to reach out and then find exactly what you want.
Wonderful. And you said you're not super big on social media, but if someone wants to find you and keep up with you, where can they go? What can they do to find you now?
Oh, to find me now? Well, this book, A Morning Calm Summer, is on Amazon. So you could get this book on Amazon. And I'm also thinking about opening a Facebook author page, so I'll do that and just see how it goes. So soon, very soon, I'll have a Facebook page, so you can follow me there.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing more of things to come from you. And thank you.
It's been great being here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's been great speaking about my book, Morning Calm Summer, with you.
thank you so much. Until next time, bye.
Bye.